Welcome to the Big Island. I am Greg Welch and this is a Fighting Chance presented by Wahoo. This is the world famous Digby Beach, the start of the VinFast Ironman World Championship. We're coming to you with all the race festivities, all the action around town and everything that's happening right here in Kailua Kona. Coming up on our very first episode, Daniela Ryf, the 5-time Ironman World Champion and the favourite in our women's race. Sebastian Kienle, the 2014 Ironman World Champion, saying goodbye to Kona for the very last time. Skye Moench, the US Champion. Will she have the goods on race day to take the US title, or will it be someone else? Chris Nikic, first person with Down syndrome to finish an Ironman triathlon, and now the first ever to attempt the World Championship.
Yeah, it definitely feels great to be back in Kona. It's been way too long. I mean, who would have imagined that in 2019 that it takes so long that we can go back? I feel grateful to be back, and I'm hungry for that title. My preparation was really good. I had 3 weeks in Maui and I needed time to get used to the humidity and the heat, and I definitely feel like I put all in. Kona course is brutal. Maybe that's also why it suits me. I would say the bike is for me the strongest part. You need to be strong and be able to push a good gear for a very long time. And I still have a huge respect from the race, even from the bike course. So I never feel like it's an easy one. I always have the biggest respect of this race of all the other races. I think this year is going to be very tough. I mean, we have Laura Philipp showing a great season so far, having an absolutely crush in Hamburg. Then Lisa Norden, she can really swim well and really ride very strong. We have Anne Haug. She proved it. She can do it well. I actually see her as the strongest competitor. Having your family and having a team around you, I feel like it can really bring up your energy level, and having moments you create and then sharing them together is I mean, one of the best feelings. And the biggest pressure which I always put, which I feel, is actually the one from myself. And the more you invest, the more of course you want to show it, and I did invest a lot this year. So I always remind myself it's a race. It's not going to be the end of the world if you can't perform, but in the same time you want to make it as like it's really important, because otherwise you can't get the best out of yourself. And to find this balance is I find the hardest part, but yeah, that's also the most interesting part of being an athlete.
You're watching A Fighting Chance presented by Wahoo.
Aloha.
Aloha. The most important gas station on the whole island.
How you feeling though?
Actually, quite okay. Usually when you end up in this gas station, you want to have it all. Like.
The slogan for this year is Kuliki, is stronger together. What's your interpretation of that?
Family. I think the last one was Ohana, right? So stand together always means family for me first, especially now since I'm a dad. On the way to the start line, it's a team effort. If you're not standing together, it's like no chance, I would say.
And have you done anything differently to prepare for Kona this year?
You know, it's always different. At this time of my career, it's not so much about what I want to do. It's more about what I can do. If I would do what I want, just kept riding probably. Now it's probably more about being patient, smart, using your experience, not really my strengths. And there we come back to stronger together. You have to have people around you that just help you with these weaknesses. But in terms of who's competing for the win, my chance is probably around about, well, let's say 2% maybe. It's not zero. But I think it's probably one of the most exciting additions ever, because we have, well, maybe, let's say 10 guys would not be a surprise to win.
But you're no stranger to winning here. You know what it takes. What would winning mean to you?
More than to anybody else, probably.
Here we are, just kind of shaking off the travel, getting a recovery, active recovery day in. So, seeing the iconic Kona Aquatic Center for the first time in real life.
How does it feel to be here?
So good, and it's kind of surreal, like looking around, you see the ocean, realizing like we're on this tiny island, and it feels really weird that we're going to be doing a big fat race here. It's crazy. I guess because I've never done it before, you know? It feels surreal. It's kind of strange being a rookie when you've like done so many Ironmans. Better late than never.
Kulike is one of the slogans for the race, and
Okay.
it's stand together or stronger together. What does that mean to you? Like, what is your interpretation of that?
We're all trying to accomplish the same thing, and even though we're out racing each other and we want to win and whatever, you know, like we're competitors out there, we're also kind of like a team, right? I take a lot of strength from my competitors, actually, knowing that they're going through the same thing I am. Because I just take a lot of comfort knowing we're all kind of going through the same thing. Yeah, I think it's powerful.
Who's your biggest competition out there?
Well, we can't not mention Daniela Ryf. She's back to her dominating ways. It just seems like the depth of field this year is just so deep. So many women who are gonna be fighting for the win and definitely fighting for the podium. And there's always gonna be women who, they're not on anyone's radar and they're just gonna show up, right? And surprise some people, so. You know, it's all about the day. So I'm just excited for the challenge and excited to see what happens. Excited to see what I'm made of out here on the Big Island. So I'm definitely going into this race confident and totally open-minded about what I can do.
Well, good luck to you.
Thank you. Bye.
I'll do my swim.
Guys, good morning, sweetheart. Come on, it's time to go for a swim. Let your girl go.
Stop it.
Come on, say goodbye. Yeah, so this morning we're gonna test the swim course. We're gonna do half the course, and the goal is to see how fast he can do it, so we have some idea what to expect on race day. So the goal is to do it under 50 minutes, which puts him at 1 hour and 40 minutes for the race. And if he does that, that gives him 40 minutes of extra time just in case. Have we been having fun? Yeah. We've been here 4 days, right, buddy? Mm-hmm. Tell him what you did when we tackled Javi Mountain. What'd you do to the mountain? Still waking up?
It's hard, scary, painful, but I'm ready.
You're ready? Yes, you are. So far, Chris has done, in 4 days, he's done 140 miles of bike riding, 3 times up and down Javi. He did Queen K. He's done 2 runs for approximately 16 miles, and he's swam 3 times for approximately about 5 miles. So he's acclimating really well, and he is definitely ready.
Every day, our progressions have picked up significantly. I mean, you know, with Down syndrome, there's a little bit of an acclimation period where he's got to kind of train his brain and get used to it. We call that processing, and his processing has picked up faster than I've ever seen it before. So, I mean, we're making so many improvements physically, but we're also seeing the mental improvements too, which is key important to Chris getting his dreams. When Chris starts swimming, you know, this in 140, 145 with me, he's no longer just struggling to make it through. He's now competing, and that's a beautiful thing.
Well, that's it for episode 1 of The Fighting Chance, presented by Wahoo. Stay with us all week for an insider look at what's going on around the Big Island. We'll see you tomorrow.